Let's find out what's happening in Pietermaritzburg, and that's where we find our reporter, Siphamandla Goge. Siphamandla, thank you so much for your time. What is happening where you are now?
Well, Pietermaritzburg continues to be on standstill here. Everyone is on high alert. Private security, residents, community members, as well as police can tell you that it's really tense in Pietermaritzburg. But before I show you what is happening around me, I'll speak to this gentleman next to me. His name is Shaheen Suleiman here from Magma Security. Baba, the main reason we are interviewing you is simply because you are the first line of defense for one of the remaining malls in Pietermaritzburg. Talk to us about your operation. Why are you and your men together with the police? Why are you here?
Well, good day to you guys. We're here to protect Liberty Mall. There's one of the very few malls that are standing in Pietermaritzburg. We're in a crisis. Pietermaritzburg is in a crisis, and we're here to protect it. If we don't protect it, the community is going to suffer. There's not going to be any food supplies to the community, and we've got to protect it to the best of our ability.
It's one of the biggest malls here in Pietermaritzburg, and I understand that an attempt has been made to set it on fire and to loot it.
Yes, it has been. There's been several attempts, but God has been on our side. We've had good community members. Community members have played a massive role in safeguarding the outer perimeter. We've had security guards, 3 different security companies protecting the mall. We've had outer security, we've guys had inner security, and we've got also police has played a major role. We've had the POPs unit, we've had other specialized units who have come in and really worked hand in hand with community members, and it's played a huge role.
I've been chasing fires in and around Pietermaritzburg, and I've been seeing your security company all over the show. How dire, how bad is the situation in and around Maritzburg?
It's really bad. There's poverty, and you can see the poverty. And it's turned out to be greed and criminality that has just got into this, and everyone is just jumping on the bandwagon. It's actually sad what has happened. There's many buildings, businesses for years, generations that have just crumbled overnight.
Do you have enough manpower to defend this mall?
Yes, I do have enough manpower, and police is also on here. We've got good community members who've really, we've surrounded the mall, and yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Baba. If you can allow me and Bongamkize to show you this gentleman's colleagues. Look at this, they've barricaded the entrance or the entry to this mall here, and them are here guarding what is one of the few remaining malls here in Pietermaritzburg, KwaZulu-Natal's capital city. Look at the police officers, they are also here. So this is a joint operation between private security as well as the police here. They are trying all they can to ensure that they protect this mall. We'll just take a walk down the road with Bongamkize here. Police are here, private security is here, and they are doing all they can to ensure that they protect one of the biggest malls that are left standing here in Pietermaritzburg, KwaZulu-Natal's capital city. And I can tell you that it's not only the malls that are being protected. We have seen community members, mounting roadblocks, entering in terms of communities. They've decided to form their own structures to protect their communities, and one can only hope that this does not become a racial thing. But tensions remain here in Pietermaritzburg. We do not know what will happen overnight, but there are concerns and fears about looting that has been continuing.
So, Siphamandla, what I'm picking up there, now you've got a private company that's stepping in. That's what a lot of malls are now resorting to, hiring their own private security to guard against the looters. But there are possible consequences to this, right? Because a lot of these private security companies have live ammunition, so should the members of the public come and try loot, things could easily get out of control.
That is the case. I mean, you are likely to have fatalities. Private security companies do not use rubber bullets. They only use live ammunition. And that's the concern that has been there in South Africa about the role of private security companies, especially when it comes to crowd management and public order. Because it's only police that can only deal with public order. Even the army doesn't have capacity, is not well trained to deal with public order policing. When the army comes in, they just open fire, live ammunition. When private security comes in, they open fire and live ammunition, and they are well resourced, heavily armed. There have been even calls and a debate in South Africa that it seems as if private companies in the country are armed more than the police. They are well resourced, even more than the police. So it is a concern that has been going on around here to say the minute you bring in private security, you cannot avoid fatalities. And it has happened before that the minute private companies come in, then you see the escalation in terms of tension between community members and then the private security companies. But we hope that the presence of the police here will provide a leadership role and guiding the situation, that if and when it happens that this mall is targeted, there will be no fatalities. At least police will ask for more reinforcement to come and deal with crowd management, public order, and arresting those who would be looting.
Yes, Siphamandla Goge, thank you so much for giving us that report live to us from Pietermaritzburg. All right, let me take you to Soweto now, because lawlessness continues to rip through Gauteng with many businesses looted and destroyed.